Hey everybody, Brandon from the sAs, the Snack Food Appreciation Society. Are you ready? Today, it is 2 different chicken sandwiches with 2 chicken patties on it from 2 different places on an OTR 2 for Tuesday. We'll be right back right after this. You are looking live at the Burger King restaurant, including the Playland on Columbia Pike in Arlington, Virginia, and I'll be right back for part 1 of the 2 for Tuesday chicken 2fer here on OTR. Alright, I am back here on the OTR 2 for Tuesday 2 for chicken 2fer to take a look at part 1, the Chicken Big King from Burger King. BK, of course, fired back at McDonald's recently by releasing their Big King, or re-releasing it, which is essentially the copycat of a, McDonald's Big Mac. It's got the 2 all-beef patties, the sauce, the lettuce, the cheese, the pickles, the onions, all on a sesame seed bun. And then they upped the ante by making the burger patties even bigger than what you get on a Big Mac and offering them for 2 for $5 in many cases, in fact. But now they have thrown another salvo at McDonald's with the Chicken Big King, which essentially is a Big Mac type sandwich or Big King type sandwich, but with chicken patties. This is something that they actually have in Canada at KFC, and they call it the Big Boss there. But we'll learn more about KFC in a little bit. But as you can see here, a nice big hearty sandwich on a sesame seed bun. I did ask them to omit the onions because I don't like raw onions on my sandwiches. I just can't handle it, don't like it, won't do it, no. Anyway, so open this bad boy up. You got nice leaf lettuce on here, which I'm very surprised at because Burger King oftentimes has that sort of chopped lettuce that kind of gets stuck in your throat. A couple of pickles there. Fairly standard looking chicken patty. It looks like a processed chicken patty, not a direct cut chicken breast type patty. Then they've got whatever their king sauce is, which I assume is a similar thing to a Thousand Island dressing or a mac sauce or a special sauce or whatever you want to call it. The middle part of the bread is there, just like on a Big Mac or a Big King. And then you've got a slice of processed American cheese and another chicken patty. Now, one thing I've always wondered about a lot of these sandwiches is why is there not any kind of condiment underneath that patty, underneath the bun there, on top of that bottom bun? Don't know, but doesn't usually end up making much of a difference. Anyway, this bad boy was $7.19 before tax with the combo that I got, which included a large Satis fries and a gigantic jug of Fanta orange soda with a little bit of Sprite sprayed in the top for a little extra bubbly. Anyway, take one more gander at that, pick it up, show it to you a little more closely, a little bit more like you would see it on the commercial. Lettuce leaning out the side like that. Alright, we'll be right back to taste this sandwich and to tell you more about it, including the rating and more. Alright guys, I'm back. That Big King chicken sandwich, Chicken Big King if you will, looks pretty darn good, even though it's just the processed chicken patties. I think it would look even better with some nice big, fresh off the bone breast chicken. But hey, what can I tell you? Can't always do it that way, and I guess that would probably be a lot more expensive. Here is the Big Patty, the Big King chicken, Big Chicken King, right next to my head. About the same size, right? No, not really. My head's much larger. But the sandwich does look really good, and it smells basically like a chicken Big Mac. That's, if you think to yourself, chicken Big Mac, it's exactly what it smells like. So I'm going to go ahead and take a nice bite of this bad boy, and I'll tell you what it's all about. It's pretty good. It reminds me that if you make your own kind of conglomeration at McDonald's or maybe even here at Burger King, just by smashing a couple of sandwiches together in a way, it's a little on the dry side, and I think that's because of the absence of any condiment on the bottom bun in between the last chicken patty there and the bun. So it makes it kind of dry. I might try to add a little bit of ketchup down there or some Burger King zesty sauce. I think Terminator Tony T actually said that the zesty sauce might be pretty good on this, but or maybe even a little more of that King sauce would be pretty good on there, just to make it a little bit more lubricated when it slides down your throat. The processed chicken patties are pretty good. A little hint of the saltiness that you get from those is present. The whole leaf lettuce is really refreshing. I like the whole leaf iceberg lettuce on a sandwich. It gives you a nice crisp addition to a sandwich and actually does the job, whereas a lot of these places lately they're putting the real frou-frou, romaine lettuce or the greens on the sandwiches. That stuff doesn't really add a lot to the sandwich, other than maybe confusing the flavor palette a little bit and making you think that you're eating at a place that's a little more expensive than what you are. But as for this sandwich, a little on the dry side. Other than that, really, really tasty. I would buy this again if they had it as part of the 2 for $5 deal. I'd probably get this along with a regular Big King, and that would be a hell of a meal. Outside of that, the sauce was not overwhelming. I think there was not quite enough sauce, and you don't hear me say that a lot. The piece of cheese was unassuming, and I guess it's why, they try to make it like two different sandwiches, because on top you get the sauce and the lettuce, and on the bottom you get the cheese. I don't really know about all of that, but anyway, altogether I would say that this is a good 3/4 thumbs up sandwich. Not my favorite sandwich ever at Burger King, but definitely not the worst. I do like it quite a bit, and I'll probably get it again. So stay tuned. I will be right back in just a minute with part 2 of this 2 for Tuesday 2-patty chicken sandwich special. All right, everybody, I'm back here on this sAs OtR 2 for Chicken, 2 for Tuesday, now at KFC, just down Columbia Pike from the Burger King. But this time, Columbia Pike has become Falls Church by the time you get down here. You got a nice Ethiopian restaurant across the street. You got Dick's Sporting Goods and H.H. Gregg. But taking a look at this KFC, this is the new design of KFC that I've been seeing popping up around town. Basically now looks like a Lego building rather than an old Kentucky Fried Chicken. And there's no signage that indicates that this is KFC anywhere except for on the very opposite side where the drive-thru is. I think by the time you're in the drive-thru, you pretty much know that you're at KFC, but it would be nice if they had some signage somewhere on the building or maybe even on the street. Actually, there is a little bit of signage right there on the street. You can see the Colonel sort of peeking his head around the corner there. There's the Colonel. At least he's not totally gone. Anyway, so the reason I'm at KFC is not really for a new sandwich, but it's for a sandwich that has returned. And just like the Chicken Big King, this sandwich has 2 chicken patties on it. But unlike the Chicken Big King at Burger King, this does not have 3 buns. This does not have 2 buns. This has 0 buns. This is, of course, the world famous KFC Double Down, first released in 2010. I didn't get the Double Down the first time around. In fact, I wasn't doing any kind of fast food or junk food or snack food reviews at that point. In 2010, I was actually kind of a fitness nut. I was eating a lot of natural foods and had lost quite a bit of weight, and I just wasn't having fun with that. So I decided to go the other way around. Anyway, the Double Down sandwich, if you're not in the loop, if you've been under a rock, the last 5 years. Basically, it's something that went away after a little while, and it is 2 huge fried chicken patties that are acting as the bun to this sandwich. And this bad boy is hot as hell as I've picked it up here. I'm burning the crap out of my fingers. But in betwixt these 2 chicken patties, what you have is Monterey Jack cheese, bacon, and the Colonel sauce. Alright, so there is the bacon down in there, lots of ooey gooey cheese, and that creamy white junk, that is the Colonel sauce, and that's kind of a disturbing thought. Anyway, this thing looks like it's everything that it was supposed to be, everything that it's been hyped up to be. A big mess. This sandwich doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, but that's okay. It's not supposed to. But I'll be right back to try to make it make sense and make it go in my mouth and make it taste good. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I am back to try to wrap my mouth and my mind around this Double Down sandwich, which has returned like a legend from the past. It's been gone for a couple of years. It has returned. This whole combo, which included potato wedges and a medium drink, in which I got Mountain Dew because my Burger King soda is Gonzo. This combo cost $7.49. I think the sandwich itself is something like $5.99 if you get it on its own. $7.94 after tax, if you can see that. Here in the great state of Virginia, 6% tax. Anyway, Double Down, like I said, quite a ridiculous concept. It is quite hot, like I just mentioned. I don't really know which way is up, so I don't really think it matters for that in that case either. So let me just go ahead, show it to you a little more closely. That thing looks like a beast. Well, got nothing left to do but give it a shot, right? I'm scared. Wow. That's something else. I ran into a little tough piece on the inside there. Got kind of stuck together, but wow. Flavor explosion? Yes. Explosion of death? Maybe. I don't think you should ever have more than 2 of these in your entire lifespan, much less within a month, a year, or even a day. They do offer a grilled version of this sandwich, which I'm told actually has more sodium than what this one does. Wow. It's got the Colonel's 11 spices and whatnot, and you can really taste that in the breading. The chicken is obviously the dominant force in this thing. The cheese, Monterey Jack, and the Colonel sauce on the inside kind of congeal together and create an interesting, what I would call sandwich spread, that really is flavorful. It's hard for me to nail down the Colonel sauce, but it is a nice creamy sauce, kind of like maybe a peppery mayonnaise or something like that, but it is pretty tasty. The bacon is almost absent, honestly. I didn't really notice the bacon very much, and that's because the chicken really kind of overrided everything else. Yeah, so all in all, I liked it better than the Burger King Big King, which I gave a 3/4 thumbs up, so that means I have to give this a better rating, but I would not recommend that you eat this on a frequent basis. I'm going to go ahead and give this 7/8 of a thumbs up. Pretty close to a perfect score, but the reason why it doesn't get a perfect score is A, I ran into that little tough part on the inside. It was hard to bite, and then also, it could actually use a little bit of bread to soak up a little bit of the grease, because it is quite a greasy sandwich, if that's what you want to call it. But yeah, 7/8 of a thumbs up. I do like the Double Down after all these years of hype and anticipation, wanting it to return so I can give it a shot. I've given it a shot, and I like it. Alright, so that being said, I've already tried these potato wedges for you guys before. They're consistently pretty good, and they're excellent, excellent hangover food. So if you're ever in Manassas, Virginia, after a Queensryche concert, you know, the next day, staying on Ballsford Road, you should probably eat these because they're good for you. And that's the only time they are good for you, but they taste good any day. Don't have to bite them to let you know that they are a solid 3/4 thumb up. Anyway, thanks for watching OtR 2Fer Chicken 2Fer Tuesday, or whatever the hell I'm calling it now. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up if you like it, subscribe, favorite, all of that good stuff. Also, join the sAs by clicking on the link down below. We have a lot of brand new members. We have a hell of a good time on the sAs Facebook group. You know, we have other people who are posting reviews nowadays. You guys remember to give me a shout out, and I'll give you plenty of shouts out as well. You know, we have stories coming up about the latest and greatest food, you know, trends, and maybe even ones from the past. Things like that. Anyway, we have a great time. Also, follow me on Twitter at Brandon Reich SAS. Check me out on Friday night for another edition of, I believe, Pizza Night, which will probably be something in the frozen food aisle. So yeah, sounds like a plan. With that being said, in the meantime, in between time, I'm going to go recover and find a defibrillator, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.